Hey, gentlemen, we're coming to you today from the 10-8 podcast studio. As always, we want to thank our governor for allowing us to serve in these positions, the Attorney General for allowing the build out and purchasing all this great equipment, our production manager, Jonathan Nettles, for putting all this together, and of course, Colonel Hagar for his leadership for the division. So today we're here to talk about something that's really important to all of us. Yes. We spent a lot of time talking about it, but we said earlier that conversations without actions behind them aren't worth having. Well, we've been having a conversation about leadership, wellness, and resiliency for over a year. We're out there teaching this product, but we're not having conversations on a statewide basis. And so we're going to host a 2025 Leadership, Wellness, and Resiliency Summit, January 30th in Siloam Springs. It's going to be held at John Brown University, and we're opening it up to all law enforcement executives, supervisors, trainers, to sit down and have a conversation about how important a topic this is. We're passionate about it, but I just kind of want to put some information out there today about this, why we're doing it, who's invited, and the importance it is to us as a profession across the state of Arkansas. So I'm joined today by Dr. Chris Clem, Eric Waycaster, Jason Lawrence, and our new fifth person on the couch today. You want to introduce yourself, sir?
Yes, I'm Chuck Lewis. I'm a sergeant with the Arkansas State Police. I'm over the wellness unit for Arkansas State Police and DPS.
How busy are you, sir? That's your first question.
We, since we've really got our feet on the ground and rolling the last, we'll say, almost a year now, 10 months, we kind of kept a roundabout count. We went to about 55 critical incidents in the last 10 months, 11 months.
Well, and I think that is a testament to the importance of having this conversation on a statewide basis. You're responding a lot of times to agencies that don't have wellness teams.
Yes, sir.
To areas in our state that are smaller departments, rural areas that may not have the assets and resources to deal with this. And so, again, the importance of having resources available.
That's correct.
And how we handle these issues.
Of course, I started out a little over 30 years ago at a 5-man department, and that's where my heart is and where it always will be. We're very fortunate to have love the state police. Actually been here in my 29th year now, and we have a lot of resources. I think that's the one thing that we have to offer is we have guys that are really good at a lot of different things. It's what makes us us. But the little departments, those guys have to wear so many hats, have to do so many things, and at every critical incident, their entire group is going to be at a critical incident. Well, that gives them no one. They're leaning on each other to try to survive, but no one's there to help them survive through the outcome. And that's what we're wanting to focus on is the little departments, even the mid-sized departments that several of their members have been involved in a critical incident. They don't have the resources for that. They don't have the ability to stay 10-8. They don't have the ability to take care of those people and process the critical incident all. And that's what our focus really is the little department. And in the groups, in most every critical incident, you're going to have law enforcement, you're going to have fire, EMS, and what we're doing is helping each individual group and then try to do a debrief several days after the event to put everybody back together to try to show, in the years I've been doing this, inevitably somebody takes responsibility for something that went wrong that is usually not the case. Yeah. And that's the hope. When I say debrief, everybody always thinks we're talking about the function of the critical incident. It's got nothing to do with that. We're talking about what happened at that critical incident, good or bad, but how it relates to each member of each department and how that puts them together as a family that they're going to share that for the rest of their career.
Right.
And our process is to debrief that and to help them work through each little incident.
Yeah, so that's awesome. Part of the reason we want to have this Leadership, Wellness, Resiliency Summit is to inform everybody across the state what our goals are as a division, as a profession statewide, take care of each other, take care of our officers, our first responders. But, Jason, this kind of came together just on a whim.
It sure did.
Stopping by to visit. You want to tell the story?
Absolutely. So the director and I were in Northwest Arkansas visiting law enforcement agencies, which we like to do. And it was getting near the end of the day, and he pulls up the map, and he goes, Siloam Springs. And I went, sure, why not? And we were planning, honestly, to be there about 30 minutes. And we go up there, we sit down with the chief, and a 30-minute conversation took about 2 hours and 45 minutes. The vision that Chief has in Siloam Springs, what he is doing for his agency, the why. That's the key thing, and he'll talk about it at the event. The why he decided it was important is truly amazing, and it completely changed at that point. We got out of the meeting and we started calling actually Dr. Clem and Deputy Director Waycaster and going, we're excited. We are headed in a great direction.
Yeah, and it led to us developing this course of action where we're all going to get in a room from across the state, and we're going to talk about how to build a statewide wellness, leadership, resiliency endeavor that we can all hang our hat on and take care of our men and women. Doc, you're the subject matter expert on this, and you know they all tie together. But what's the importance of this, and what do you hope to achieve out of this conference?
I think letting people know that resources like what we have at State Police DPS are available now. There's a lot of our agencies, as Sergeant Lewis said, that are smaller that don't know that there are resources available. We have resources now that are available to them. We need to let people know about that. We also need to talk about the training component. We recognize that leadership is absolutely, the health of leadership is critical to the culture of a healthy organization. And we've got resources now about how we're training people to lead better, personal and professional development. So we're going to talk about some of those courses, what's available to them now. And again, these are free resources. But it's educating, really educating our fellow law enforcement members and letting them know what's out there. And my goal is that we walk away from that creating relationships, healthy dialogue, classes that want to be taught, resources, again, that are available now, and how we can develop a more proactive stance to what's going on with wellness statewide.
And I will tell you, it really makes me excited because this is what it's going to bring. And we've already mentioned it. It's going to bring education. So you're going to be educated in leadership and wellness and resiliency. You're going to be educated when you come to this. You're going to have the resources available, whether you currently have them or how to make them more robust. And then a path forward. That path forward, you know, Director, when you were with the Hot Springs Police Department, you saw that path forward early on in the importance of it. And so agencies, small, medium, and large, are going to have that when they attend this training.
That's right.
We're also going to have some roundtable discussion, though. We're going to have some panel discussion about with agencies that are currently doing this, right, and some nonprofits that are bringing some resources to the table, and we're going to sit around and discuss what works and what doesn't work, right?
Yeah.
So we're fairly new to this as a profession, regrettably.
Yes, sir.
We're going on our 30th year together, Chuck, and we're just now having this conversation seriously.
And totally, was talking to a young officer a couple of days ago, and he said that thing. He said, "This is new, isn't it?" I said, "Yes, sir. This is very new." So.
Yeah, and it shouldn't be. So just real quick, this is just to inform everybody. We want to open it up to law enforcement across the state of Arkansas. Again, January 30th, John Brown University in Siloam Springs.
Meals provided.
I'm buying lunch, everybody. So
Thank you,
come
sir,
enjoy
once
meals.
again.
Eric, how do you sign up for the class? How do you get registered?
So same way an officer signs up for any other training through the CADIS portal. They log into the CADIS portal. It's on there's the available training. Just log in through your portal. Sign up for the training. That way we're able to keep an idea of what kind of numbers we're looking, so you know exactly how much food you're going to end up having to buy.
Yeah.
Right.
But no, it's easy. If they run into any issues, you reach out to our office. We'll help them out any way they need to make sure that they get pushed through on that. It's great training. We want to make sure everybody gets a chance to come that wants to come.
Yeah, and I want to emphasize that it's not only training, it's conversations.
Yes.
Right? This is a conversation that we have to have in our profession. And we've avoided it for years. Some of us more than others, but it's a conversation that we have to ensure that we're taking care of our law enforcement brothers and sisters, our first responders across the state of Arkansas, and providing them the resources so with that we can hire them, train them, and retain them until they retire, and make sure they're retiring healthy. Yeah. So again, from all of us here at the 10-8 Studios, CLEST and the Department of Public Safety, we appreciate you guys and hope to see you at the summit on January 30th.